Hey there, and welcome to the 12th episode of the Royal Duck podcast. My name is Prarthana, and I am so glad to have you here. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the third and final ODI, which was a part of the ODI series, which took place between India women and Australia women. So, since this was before the World Cup, I did anticipate that these matches would be quite exciting, and both teams are really good teams, tough opponents, and would go very hard at each other. That I guess was pretty obvious. And the first two matches were absolutely thrilling to watch. Like it was just brilliant to watch them. Based on those two matches, I knew that this match was going to be a banger, but I did not think it would be this much of a banger. Like 412 and wow. So obviously there were pretty batting friendly conditions. The pitch was a bit flat and the outfield was quite quick. It was set up for a very uh, high scoring match, but I did not think it would be this high scoring. So yeah, Australia batted first and they started off quite brilliantly. And before I proceed, I'd like to say that if you hear any bells or weird sounds in the background, that's my cat. You might even hear her meow. So let's continue. So obviously, Australia batted first. They started off pretty well with Georgia Wall and Elise Perry opening the batting, and obviously Wall went on to make 81, and Perry went on to make 68. There were a few drop catches, which did sort of impact the way this game went on. And yeah, and obviously Perry's dismissal, you had this really brilliant catch by Kranti, and that was wonderful to see. And let's talk about the the main star of the match. The one person who will be talked about every time we remember this match, Beth Mooney. Isn't she amazing? Like, what a brilliant player she is. We all know and we're very aware of her talents and abilities as a player, but then this match was a demonstration of that. And she scored like the fastest 50 by her, and then she made the joint fastest century. Brilliant. And And yeah, we'll have to also talk about the dismissal of Beth Mooney in this match. Okay, I've been following cricket for like nearly 6 years at this point. Okay, and I have never seen a dismissal done like that. I've never seen a run out like that. I never knew you could do that. Like, okay, cut me some slack. I did not know that this was even possible. That like if one bail was off and if the other one was still on, and the like the other two stumps were intact, I did not know you could just uproot those. So yeah, I guess this match also taught me something new. That's a positive for me personally. And yeah, so I have never seen that kind of dismissal before this match, and so I guess there's a first time for everything. Then, of course, you had the other Aussie players come in and try their best. And yeah, I really want to mention that catch of Deepti Sharma in Grace Harris's dismissal. It was brilliant to see that cotton bolt. There were a couple of cotton bolts, right, when Australia was batting. So that was pretty entertaining for me. And so, yeah, it was amazing to see Australia beat their own record. Let me say it as it is, Australia women are the standard when it comes to women's cricket, at least. Like, they literally are the standard, and so every time anyone accomplishes anything, it's always measured against Australia. And so, yes, Australia is basically the gold standard when it comes to women's cricket. And this was again like a perfect display of that, their talent, their ferociousness as a team, and how good they are as cricketers. And Indian women did put on a pretty good show too. They did try really good. So I have to mention this though, like I'm a college student, so I cannot watch like every single match. But whenever I can, I do try to watch matches. And whenever I have seen Pratika Rawal play, I have always found myself to be quite impressed by her. I think she has great potential to do amazing things for India in the future, and I hope we go on to see her do big things. I think she would be a little upset that she didn't play quite as well as she would have liked. But Smriti Mandhana from the Indian side, Smriti Mandhana, she did brilliantly. Of course, there were a few drops, which was like da, 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 but then yeah, she did brilliantly. And so, if you're looking at the records that Smriti Mandhana made this match, she scored the fastest 50 by an Indian, the fastest 100 by an Indian, second overall, and she was dismissed for 125 runs. Was was amazing. And so was Harmanpreet Kaur with her 52. I generally thought when Smriti and Harmanpreet Kaur were like in red hot form, I did think that it was doable for India to chase 412. I thought it was possible. It looked possible because the way those two were going, could never say the way the game would turn. But unfortunately, both got dismissed. And then you had Deepti Sharma, who also really tried her best. You could see that when she batted. She went on to score 72 runs, but that was not enough as the other batters couldn't quite play as well as they would have liked to chase down the mammoth total that Australia posted. And Richa Ghosh to very unfortunate dismissal. But yeah, that was it. And Renuka Singh was the last batter to be dismissed from India women. And so this was such a brilliant match to watch. What a display of batting. I know, like, very batting friendly conditions and all that. Yes, that's true. But but yeah, it was a brilliant display of batting from both India and Australia, and you could see both teams go very hard on each other. And obviously, Australia won. Brilliant cricket from them throughout the series. They played so brilliantly as individuals and as a team. So did India. Really loved how Smriti Mandhana played this series. And yes, and I hope to see that in the World Cup we would see some more brilliant cricket, and we would see wonderful things for women's cricket, and we get some real good banger matches. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.